Okay, so today we'll be doing an interview, and the first thing that must be done is an informed consent for sports psychology services. So right here I'm going to put your name and today's date, which is November 1st, 2011. The following contains information about the services that will be provided during your sports psychology consultation. It is important that you understand this information, so please take a moment to read the pages carefully and feel free to ask any questions about the services mentioned in this form. You will be given a copy of this form to take home should you have any further questions. Excellence in our physical performances is a journey. Our performances are marked with triumphs and learning experiences. Our desire to improve our performance or our desire to remove obstacles that hinder success often has us looking for solutions from numerous sources. Hundreds of discoveries exist in the form of work routines, nutritional supplements, or innovative machines. The legitimacy of any of these items towards improved performance often rests within the individual. As you may know, success of your sports psychology consultation depends on numerous factors. The single most important factor is your dedication towards the use of sports psychology techniques. There tends to be no quick remedy when it comes to utilizing psychological techniques. Unlike a treatment you might receive for a physical illness, you have control over whether benefits will be received from utilizing mental skills training. Improvement through these use of psychological techniques requires that you take a journey, which likely will be filled with success and setbacks. This path is not traveled alone, however. My role as a consultant is to serve as a guide for you as we travel down this road together towards improved performance through the use of psychological techniques. So, the services provided. In helping you improve your performance, the sports psychology consultant may use any or all of the following techniques. Goal setting. People often set goals for themselves. The problem is that they do not always set appropriated goals. During this course of consultation, the client learns how to set proper goals and adjust these goals over time to make them work for the situation. Other techniques may include relaxation technique, imagery training, attention concentration training, centering, hypnosis, and this list is not inclusive, but rather provides an idea of what techniques can be explored during sessions. There is no guarantee that all these techniques will work for you. It takes learning, practicing, and maintenance of skills for optimal reward. Success also requires collaboration between the consultant and you. Realize that agreeing to the consultation is agreeing to take part in a form of psychological skills training requiring your dedication and practice. So, now we're going to go over the procedural conditions of consultation. Confidentiality. Your sessions with the consultant, me, will be kept strictly confidential unless you wish for the collaborations with other parties be made. And also my professor will be hearing this and our recording. The content of what is said between the consultant and client will not be disclosed to anyone without your permission. There are a few exceptions to this, however. 1. In order to provide the best consultation, the consultant may discuss your situations with a supervisor, such as my professor. The supervisor will not know your identity or be able to identify you in any way. The discussions are meant to lead to the professional development of the consultant so that he can provide the best possible services to you. The consultant will ask your permission whenever he feels it is necessary to consult with someone else regarding your situation. Threats of deadly harm to self or others. The consultant, I, will take steps to notify the appropriate authorities should you indicate that you physically treat to yourself or others. The physical treat you do to yourself and others. The consultant will discuss the necessity of doing this should any such event like this occur. Last is child abuse or neglect. Your consultant will take steps to notify the appropriate authorities should you indicate that you know of a minor, someone under 18, who is being abused or neglected. The services provided are directly related to sport and exercise performance. This is by no means formal therapy. Should you prefer or need additional services, referrals can be provided. Rights to refuse service. The client has the right to refuse service at any time. And the recording of sessions. Audio tapes are usually made of sessions, which we will be doing. This allows the consultant to look back at how the session went. You will always have the right to refuse to be audio taped. So I need you to write your name here. Alexis Knox, grant permission of De'Ara Woodman, the sports psychology consultant, which is me, to deliver the psychological services described above. I realize that I can terminate anytime. I am currently supervised by Meg Hodges, PSYD. Cancellation. The client also agrees to notify the consultant 24 hours in advance when canceling an appointment. My signature below indicates I am participating voluntarily in a sports psychology consultation. I have read the above form and have had an opportunity to discuss this form with the consultant. Further, I now understand that my success will depend on my dedication towards the psychological skills training. I also understand what has been discussed with the consultant. So my signature goes right here. Today's date. And then I need your signature here, and because you are a minor, you are under the age of 18, I also need your parents' consent. So, Mrs. Knox, if you can sign right next to her name and put your relationship to her, and then put the date. Thank you.